Do you think Putin had any intentions over the past few days or weeks, I guess, including and months, including the preparations for what has unfolded over the past few days? Do you think he had any intentions of invading Ukraine, or is this all just about embarrassing the West and creating a situation where the narrative can be changed slightly?
My view is that he did not have any intention of invading Ukraine. And he nevertheless understood that there might be circumstances under which that was necessary. For example, I believe if Ukraine was to attack the forces, the Russian supported forces in the Donbass, he would come to their assistance, and that would probably involve a Russian invasion of the eastern part of the country. So I think there's certain scenarios where he might have come in. But I think putting that aside, he had no intention of invading Ukraine. And there are two reasons for that. One are the costs and two, the benefits. Let's just talk about the costs. First of all, if he invaded Ukraine, he'd own it. He'd be an occupier, and that would not work out very well. As he surely knows, when you occupy a country in the modern world, it invariably leads to huge resistance and all sorts of trouble. Putin is surely smart enough to know that invading Ukraine and owning it would be a prescription for huge trouble. Secondly, if he invades Ukraine, we have made it clear in the West that we will go to great lengths to cripple the Russian economy. So there will be significant economic costs in addition to the costs of running an occupation in a huge country filled with people who don't want you there. So those are the costs. Now, what about the benefits of not invading? Putin is winning. I mean, first of all, he's got our attention, right? We're now scrambling to negotiate with him, talk to him, to ameliorate this crisis. Furthermore, we in the West now understand that NATO expansion into Ukraine is viewed by the Russians as an existential threat. So Ukraine is never going to become part of NATO. That's just not going to happen. We now know that. Nobody will say that, and Biden is in no position to back off. But Putin has made it clear where the Russians stand on this. Everybody knows there is a red line in the sand. Furthermore, Putin is doing enormous damage to the Ukrainian economy. He is weakening Ukraine. He is making it less likely that Ukraine will be in a position to launch an offensive against the Donbass, making it less likely that Ukraine will ever be in a position to become a member of NATO. This is why the president of Ukraine is saying to President Biden, please stop talking about an imminent Russian invasion. Because when you do this, you're doing serious damage to the Ukrainian economy, which, as I said before, was a basket case before the crisis. So this crisis has done serious damage to Ukraine, and at the same time has sent a clear message to the West that the present plans of the West to bring Ukraine into NATO are not going to happen. So I think when you marry the costs with how well the strategy is working out, Putin is a winner.